What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Friday morning. I'm doing pretty good myself. Shout out to my wife, Joan Thomas, for hipping me on to this particular story right here. And it happens to be in our neck of the woods, basically. What it entails is that we have a city councilman, all right, that said something that he shouldn't have said. And now he's on some apology shit simply because it's been made known to the public. And it's about the voters, all right? It's no, actually the protesters that are actually protesting George Floyd's death, by the hand of a rogue policeman all around this entire nation. But they're doing it here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, too, downtown in Allen County, right? And so this low-life councilman, I guess his name is Larry Brown, decides to berate the protesters by saying basically they are uneducated on local government. And on top of that, he does say at least they vote, but unfortunately, they breed. Okay? No, what's unfortunate is that your parents breed and got you. All right? That's what's fucking unfortunate, And the only reason why, like I'm saying, is he apologized because, well, it's been made known to the public what he said. Now, let's check out this article right here, actually, the news clip, and then we'll get into the article. Let's see.
Council member feeling a lot of heat tonight for comments he made about protesters in a meeting earlier today. Wayne 15's Britt Soleil joins us now with our top story. Britt?
That's right. Towards the end of today's county council meeting, District 4 Councilman Larry Brown asked his fellow council members whether or not they should put out a statement about the protesting downtown. But it's what Brown said about the protesters right before the meeting ended that has drawn criticism online. In Thursday's Allen County Council meeting, District 4 Council member Larry Brown brought up emails he and other council members have received as a result of the protests and arrests happening in downtown. Brown said people have been threatening the council members with votes, and he wanted to know what the rest of county council felt they should do to show a unified front. The council decided against a group statement, but it's what Brown said after that has drawn criticism.
As uneducated as they are, obviously, on local government, they do vote. Okay, and unfortunately they also breed, but they do vote, and they're going to be an uneducated voter.
Council President Joel Benz immediately told Brown that the meeting was not the format to address those concerns, and the meeting was ended. After a clip of Brown's comments began circulating online, he apologized, saying his comments about protesters, quote, breeding were wrong and totally out of line, but that he stands by what he said about them being uneducated about the role in local government. He says council has no legislative or executive authority, and that, quote, the entire judicial system, which includes the sheriff, prosecutor, and courts, are all elected and or appointed government officials. County council reviews and ultimately approves each of their budgets and fiscal requests, but the council has no authority or responsibility for their daily activity. Throughout the day, hundreds of people have commented on or shared the video, and an online petition calling for Brown's resignation has gathered more than 1,000 signatures. One protester said he disagrees with what Brown said, but that it will drive people to do more research on the role of their local government and who they're electing into it.
I'm around a lot of educated people around here, feel like it's real uneducated to think that people caring about their rights and justice is dumb, but him thinking I'm uneducated is just going to make me want to, out of spite, learn more about the county council District 4 and people running there and who's running against them.
We also spoke to County Council President Joel Benz about the situation. You can hear what he had to say over on wing.com.
Now, y'all can see that he is an asshole. He said that out of spite. And when he said it, I do believe that he was referring to the black protesters that's protesting, down there. Of course, you see many white protesters out there. And, that's all well and good. That's cool. But when he said that, he meant the black protesters, about the uneducation and the breeding. Unfortunately, they breed. And he had no respect for that sister that was sitting right in there. And I'm sure she felt that, that little dig that he threw out there. She would have had to. And I know within herself, she had to be thinking, what the fuck do you mean they are uneducated? And unfortunately they do breed. My thing is this. Government is basically a big tree with a lot of branches, throughout the field. A lot of branches in local government, And the thing is this. For everything that we're experiencing as a people, it's really time to let the white man system die. Basically. And I've said this before. Rather it be, local government or the government, the entire government itself, as far as voting go, I'm done with that. I learned a lesson from Barack Obama. That's the last time that they're going to run game on me. When they did that shit, and I started peeping what he was actually doing and what he was all about, I said never again. I'm done with that. And he fooled a lot of us, okay? And what have you. But I come to not only, also to a decision that I'm not going to give these low-life racist reprobates my consent to rule over me by voting for them, putting them in office. Nothing ever changes. All that happens is things get worse. See? This is the reason why we are in the mess that we are in now, depending on government. Government don't give a damn about our plight. It really don't. All these fucking police killings, murders, because they are murders, Killing and murder is different, all right? These are murders, and they just keep on doing it, and they don't give a damn about no legislation, all right? So you see, that's the reason why I say I'm done with it. And the more of our people that get fed up and get done, with voting and all that kind of stuff, the more it's going to get better. Because then we'll focus our minds on overcoming this particular, oppression here through government. Now, to get into this story, of course, we know that this happened in my neck of the woods, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Allen County Councilman Larry Brown appeared to call protesters uneducated and said, unfortunately, they also breed during an opening meeting. The District 4 councilman comments came near the end of Thursday morning's regular county council meeting, while council members were engaged in a decision about recent protests in downtown Fort Wayne. Brown questioned whether the body should make a public statement on demonstrations against racism and police brutality. He said, "We're all being threatened with votes," and encouraged the council to stay unified. After a brief discussion, Brown continued, as uneducated as we heard him say, as they are, obviously, on local government, they do vote, and unfortunately, they also breed. Brown said they do vote, and they're going to be an uneducated voter. But see, what Brown dumb ass don't understand, what he's uneducated about, he don't get in his fucking head, is the reason why you being threatened with votes is simply because you are not doing anything. You're not appealing to black people's struggle and what black people want. This is the reason why they're withholding their votes for your ass, and you need to go any damn way. You motherfuckers come out of high school getting into this shit, and you be there until you die. You know what I mean? And it's just pathetic. That's the reason why nothing ever changes. You know, you need to go, man. But this is the reason why people, black people or what have you, is starting to catch on to you motherfuckers. You know, it's all about tangibles. That's what the talk is all about now. What the hell are you going to do for the people who put your ass in office? What you going to give? You know, they talk about reparations, but, you know, I believe it when I see it. You see what I'm saying? I believe it when I see it. Simply because, number one, it would be cool to get reparations. Don't think I'll turn it down. Of course I'll shit. Oh yeah, give it up. The motherfuckers do owe. But all of the dirt that they did, you know, hey, it's all about blood for blood now, basically. And ain't no reparations gonna, you know, fix that. It's not. But again, it will be cool. It will be cool. But the reason also I say that, you know, there'll be no reparations because the Most High said no man will buy you. In other words, no man will redeem you. I am your redeemer. That's what the Most High said. Okay? That's number one. And number two, how are they going to pay us reparations when they don't even respect us? Not even enough to stop their animalistic ass police officers out here just murdering. You know, just murdering. Don't give a damn. Just taking lives. Think about it. See? That's an issue right there that needs to be solved before reparations. You know? See? To continue here, fellow councilman members Ken Fries, or Ken Freeze, it's Fries though, and Kyle Curley dropped their heads after the comment. Council President Joel Benz said the meeting was not the format to address that. Okay, the meeting was then quickly adjourned. Wayne, 15, has reached out to Brown to clarify his comments. He offered this statement. My comments in regards to protesters breeding was wrong and totally out of line. For that, I apologize. These comments were made in response to a discussion about what role council can play in addressing issues before us today. All right. I do stand by my comment that too many of the protesters seem to be uneducated in local government structure. County councilman, well, county council is the fiscal body, all right, of country government. No, county government. Yeah, that's what that is. We have the legislative and executive authority. Additionally, the entire judicial system, which includes the sheriff, prosecutor, and courts, are all elected and appointed government officials. County council reviews, and ultimately approves each of their budget and fiscal requests. But council has no authority to responsibility for their daily activity. Benz called the level of criticism towards the county council that Brown's comments drew unprecedented, and said he has not seen anything like it for as long as he has been in office. We've always had public record, but our society has changed pretty significantly in the last few months, said Benz. People are tuned to what's going on, and people are paying attention, and people are really tense and on edge. You better believe it. You better believe it. And when things kick off, when it really, really go down, it's going to be a lot of y'all people that will assist us, in this plight, just like right now, they marching, they rallying, they doing a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I like to say something to my people. It's often said so many times about what our dear belated brother John Henry Clark has said. We have no friends, But I'm going to tell you something. That was then, and this is now. When the Most High is in things and running things, you'll be amazed how things start to turn around and folks that you thought wasn't your allies become your allies. See? And also remember, my people, the Most High word says this: the power of life and death lays within the tongue. You know? So when you repeat stuff for so long, it tends to manifest. You see what I mean? It will manifest. That's just the way it is. So we as a people really need to start thinking about the things that we put out in the atmosphere and what we say. You know? The Most High said when he created this particular planet, he said, let there be light, and there was light. You see, that's just how magnificent and omnipotent he is. You see, this is what he said. And the same thing is for his children. What we say, it may not happen right then and there as he has it, you know, because he's omnipotent. He can do that. Okay? But eventually, if you keep saying things, you know what I mean? Guess what? Guess what? That's the way it's going to be. Like this term I hear so much, white supremacy. There's no such thing as white supremacy. There is a system that backs white degeneracy. Okay? That's what it boils down to. A system. But as we see, that particular foundation of that system is crumbling right before our eyes. You see what I mean? And this is the reason why the devil runs to and fro throughout this earth, seeking who he may devour. This is the reason why. And the reason why he does that, because he knows he has but a short time. This is all written. Guess what? This is what the Most High said. He has a short time. He's seeking who he can devour. This is the reason why you finding these young brothers out here swinging from trees. You know, in this modern day and time, you have police captains or sergeants, what have you, ready to retire and get shot down by this claim to be a branch off from the fucking Klan, the Boogaloo, whatever. You understand what I mean? Running around here in fucking big white service vans. You know what I mean? Sliding open the door, firing on people. You know, shooting people and all that old kind of shit. The heathen is raging because he know he has but a short time. You see? That's what it boils down to. We got to stop giving them power with the words that we speak. We take that power back and speak words that are going to empower us as a people. That's the way it works. Okay? Now, let me go ahead and read this story, finish this story, because this story, one of them stories that jumps and bounces around, make you forget your part. In conclusion, a video of Brown's comments has been shared hundreds of times on social media, and online petitions has garnered more than 2,000 signatures as of 11:30 p.m. Thursday night. Earlier in the day, Ben said that Brown apologized and knew what he said was wrong, but that people are responsible for what they say. Part of what goes on in our community, you can say what you want, but ultimately you are responsible, said Benz. I think that's what people are doing right now, is making their feelings known in response to what he said, and that's absolutely their right. Yeah. Benz also said he felt like Allen County was ahead of the curve when it comes to affecting the justice system. He pointed toward a newly funded community corrections driven program that the council chose to fund last month. Protests have been held in downtown Fort Wayne for 3 weeks. More than 100 people have been arrested, but the demonstrations have largely been peaceful. Protesters Isaiah Gray, that was the brother that was saying, when they talk down to him like that, that makes him want to, be more proactive to even educate himself about local government, That's who that was, in the blue shirt. Said he believes that Brown's comments will drive people to look into what the role of local government is and who they are electing into it. I'm around a lot of educated people around here, said Gray. I feel like it's real uneducated to think that people caring about their rights and justice is dumb. But him thinking I'm uneducated is just going to make me want to, out of spite, learn more. At least learn more about the county council district 4 and who's running there and who's running against him. Right. Yeah, I agree with Mr. Gray. And I'm going to tell you something else too. Thing is this. I like when a motherfucker underestimate me. Because when some motherfucker underestimates you, it gives you the advantage. It gives you the advantage. And when he makes his move against you, boom, surprise, motherfucker. You thought I was stupid. You thought I was weak. But now you laid out. There it is. See? That arrogance will get you put down. See? However way it happens. Physically, mentally, emotional. It will get your ass put down when you're arrogant. See? Now, I hope they get Larry Brown punk ass out, of the council. Period. And that's just all to at least. Other than that, the only voting that I'm doing is, and that's for the Most High, and let His will be done. That's where I'm at on this, But y'all tell me what y'all think about this story right here. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are, and this is James, and I'm out. Peace.